On this day, October 27, 1907, in Hungary, a solemn chapter of history was written. In a small Hungarian town, citizens gathered in front of a church to witness its consecration, a moment meant to bring joy and unity. Yet, amid the ceremony, tensions arose between the local population and the gendarmes who had been dispatched to maintain order. What began as celebration turned into confusion and panic. When the gendarmes opened fire on the assembled crowd, 15 people lost their lives, a sorrowful reminder of the fragility of peace in times of unrest. On this day, October 27, 1914, during the early months of the First World War, the newly commissioned British battleship HMS Audacious met a tragic fate. While conducting training exercises off the coast of Ireland, the ship struck a mine laid by the German merchant cruiser Berlin. Despite the crew's efforts and the arrival of rescue ships, the Audacious eventually capsized and sank beneath the waves. The loss was kept secret by the British Admiralty for years, marking one of the most discreet naval disasters of the war. On this day, October 27, 1916, in Ethiopia, Negus Michael marched toward the capital to support his son, Emperor Iyasuvi, whose reign faced growing opposition. His forces met those of Fidarari Habt Georgis, one of the most respected Ethiopian generals of the time. In the ensuing battle, Negus Michael's army was defeated, and the victory ensured the throne for Empress Sudatuai, marking a new chapter in Ethiopian history. Her reign would be remembered for stability, diplomacy, and the preservation of national unity during a period of political uncertainty. On this day, October 27, 1919, the 4th Regional Congress of Peasants, Workers, and Insurgents was convened in Oleksandrovsk, Ukraine. Organized by the Makhnovshchina, a movement led by Nestor Makhno, the Congress brought together representatives of rural communities and workers' councils to discuss social reform and local self-governance. The meeting symbolized the spirit of independence and grassroots organization that characterized southern Ukraine during this turbulent revolutionary period. Though short-lived, the ideals debated there reflected a broader struggle for equality and autonomy in the aftermath of the Russian Civil War. On this day, October 27, 1922, the people of Rhodesia voted in a historic referendum to decide their nation's future. The proposal on the ballot was whether Rhodesia should be annexed by the Union of South Africa or remain under British colonial administration. In a decisive outcome, the citizens rejected annexation, choosing instead to retain their self-governing status within the British Empire. This moment marked a turning point in Rhodesia's political evolution and laid the foundation for its distinct identity in the decades that followed. On this day, October 27, 1924, the Uzbek Soviet Socialist Republic, Uzbek SSR, was officially founded as part of the Soviet Union's national delimitation policy in Central Asia. The new republic unified several historical regions, including Bokhara, Khiva, and parts of Turkestan, into one administrative and political entity. This marked the beginning of a new era for the Uzbek people, as the republic became a central hub for culture, education, and industrial development within the Soviet system. The establishment of the Uzbek SSR shaped the modern identity of Uzbekistan and laid the foundation for its eventual independence decades later. On this day, October 27, 1930, in London, the ratifications for the First London Naval Treaty were officially exchanged, putting the agreement into immediate effect. The treaty, signed earlier that year by the United Kingdom, the United States, Japan, France, and Italy, sought to curb the costly naval arms race that had intensified following World War I. By setting limits on the size, armament, and number of warships, the treaty aimed to promote stability, reduce military spending, and prevent future conflicts at sea. Although later challenged by growing global tensions, the London Naval Treaty marked a significant attempt at international cooperation and disarmament during the interwar years. On this day, October 27, 1936, Wallis Simpson, an American socialite, obtained her divorce from Ernest Simpson in the United Kingdom. This legal step paved the way for her future marriage to King Edward VIII, whose affection for Wallace had already captured public attention and caused turmoil within the British monarchy. The relationship between Edward and Wallace would ultimately lead to one of the most dramatic moments in royal history, the abdication of the king in December 1936, as he chose love over the throne. The event marked a defining moment for the British royal family, reshaping its public image and legacy for generations. On October 27, 1944, during Slovak national uprising, German forces captured the city of Banská Bystrica, the center of the revolt, effectively crushing the organized resistance. With the loss of their strategic base, insurgent leadership ordered the remaining troops to retreat to the mountains and continue the fight as partisans. While the formal uprising ended, the legacy of those who fought persisted, and the movement became an enduring symbol of Slovakia's struggle for freedom. On this day, October 27, 1948, the small industrial town of Donora, Pennsylvania experienced one of the first major ecological disasters in U.S. history. A thick, yellowish smog formed over the town due to a temperature inversion that trapped pollutants from steel mills and zinc plants close to the ground. For 5 days, the residents of Donora struggled to breathe as the toxic haze blanketed the streets, leading to serious respiratory illness and tragic loss of life. The Donora smog became a turning point in environmental awareness, eventually inspiring the creation of national air quality laws and the Clean Air Act decades later. On this day, October 27, 1954, Benjamin O. Davis Jr. made history by becoming the first African-American general in the United States Air Force. A graduate of West Point and commander of the legendary Tuskegee Airmen during World War II, Davis had already broken barriers through his leadership and service. His promotion to brigadier general marked a monumental step forward for equality within the American military and inspired generations of officers to follow. His career became a lasting symbol of perseverance, excellence, and progress in the pursuit of racial integration and justice. Technology, and the spirit of discovery. On this day, October 27, 1962, during the height of the Cuban Missile Crisis, Major Rudolph Anderson of the United States Air Force lost his life when his U-2 reconnaissance aircraft was shot down over Cuba by a Soviet-supplied surface-to-air missile. This tragic incident became the only direct human casualty of the crisis, occurring at a moment when the world stood on the brink of nuclear war. Major Anderson, a veteran pilot and a symbol of courage, was posthumously honored for his service and sacrifice. His death intensified diplomatic efforts between the United States and the Soviet Union, ultimately leading to a peaceful resolution that averted global catastrophe. On this day, October 27, 1962, at the height of the Cuban Missile Crisis, the world came closer than ever to nuclear war. Deep beneath the waters of the Caribbean, a Soviet submarine, B-59, was being pursued by U.S. warships. Cut off from communication with Moscow and under extreme pressure, the submarine's crew believed war had already begun. Armed with a nuclear torpedo, the captain prepared to launch, an action that could have triggered full-scale nuclear conflict. But one man, Vasily Arkhipov, the second in command, refused to authorize the launch. His calm reasoning and courage in the face of chaos prevented an unimaginable catastrophe. Today, Arkhipov is remembered as the man who saved the world from nuclear annihilation. On this day, October 27, 1964, Ronald Reagan, then a well-known actor and public figure, delivered one of the most influential political speeches in American history, A Time for Choosing. Speaking on behalf of Republican presidential candidate Barry Goldwater, Reagan addressed the nation with conviction, calling for smaller government, individual freedom, and strong national defense. Though Goldwater lost the election, Reagan's eloquence and clarity captured the imagination of millions of Americans. The speech marked the beginning of Reagan's transformation from Hollywood actor to statesman, setting the stage for his future presidency. A Time for Choosing remains a defining moment in political communication and a powerful example of how words can shape history. On this day, October 27, 1981, during the tense years of the Cold War, a Soviet submarine designated S-363 ran aground near the small Swedish coastal town of Karlskrona. The event caused an international sensation, as the submarine, later nicknamed Whiskey on the Rocks by Western media, was discovered in restricted military waters close to a major Swedish naval base. The Soviet crew claimed a navigational error, but many suspected espionage. Swedish authorities surrounded the vessel, leading to a standoff that lasted for days, filled with diplomatic tension and global media attention. Eventually, after intense negotiations, the submarine was refloated and returned to the Soviet Union. On this day, October 27, 1993, Widerøe Flight 744, a Dash-7 passenger aircraft operated by the Norwegian regional airline Widerøe, tragically crashed near the village of Namsos in Overhalla municipality, Norway. The flight was en route from Trondheim to Namsos when, during its approach to landing in poor weather conditions, it struck a hillside and was destroyed on impact. 6 of the 19 people on board lost their lives, while 13 others survived the accident. The investigation revealed that controlled flight into terrain had occurred due to descent below the minimum safe altitude. The disaster led to improvements in flight safety procedures across Norway's regional aviation network, ensuring stricter standards for approach and navigation in mountainous terrain. On this day, October 27, 1999, Armenia faced one of the most somber moments in its modern political history. During a parliamentary session in Yerevan, an armed group entered the chamber, leading to the loss of several key government figures, including Prime Minister Vazgen Sargsyan and Speaker Karen Demirchian. The shocking event deeply affected the nation and sent waves of sorrow and uncertainty through Armenian society. In the aftermath, Armenia entered a period of mourning and reflection, prompting calls for unity, stability, and the strengthening of democratic institutions. The incident remains a turning point in Armenia's post-Soviet history, a reminder of the fragility of peace and the enduring hope for national renewal. On this day, October 27, 2014, the United Kingdom formally concluded its long-running military mission in Afghanistan, known as Operation Herrick. After 12 years, 4 months, and 7 days of continuous involvement, British forces officially withdrew from their final bases in Helmand province. The operation had begun in 2002 as part of the international coalition efforts to support security, training, and reconstruction in Afghanistan. Over the years, British personnel contributed to stabilizing key regions, assisting local governance, and aiding humanitarian development. The conclusion of Operation Herrick marked the end of one of Britain's longest overseas engagements, symbolizing a moment of reflection, commemoration, and transition. On this day, October 27, 2018, a tragic event took place at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The incident deeply shocked communities across the United States and around the world. In the days that followed, people of many faiths came together in vigils and memorials to honor the victims and to stand united against hatred and division. The tragedy inspired a renewed commitment to compassion, understanding, and the protection of places of worship. Today, the Tree of Life Synagogue stands as both a memorial and a symbol of resilience, reminding us that even in moments of sorrow, solidarity and kindness can help heal the human spirit. On this day, October 27, 2018, the world of football was struck with sorrow following a tragic accident near the King Power Stadium in Leicester, England. Vikhai Srivaddhanaprabha, the beloved owner of Leicester City Football Club, lost his life along with 4 others when a helicopter departing from the stadium came down shortly after takeoff. Vikhai was more than a club owner. He was a visionary leader who transformed Leicester City from modest beginnings into Premier League champions in 2016, in one of football's greatest underdog stories. His generosity, humility, and love for the city left a lasting mark on fans and the community alike. Today, Vikhai is remembered not only for his success in sport but for his kindness and the unity he inspired across Leicester and beyond.